Every Sunday, Lami sat in the third row of the white-walled church, always in the same position, back straight, veil draped low, eyes cast down. She was a mystery wrapped in grace. No one had seen her full face, not even the pastor's wife who often tried to connect with her. Rumors whispered that she had been burned. Others claimed she was the hidden daughter of a politician. But none guessed the truth, that Lami had once been the face on every billboard in the city. 3 years earlier, Lami had it all. A thriving modeling career, invitations to elite parties, VIP events. She was a slay queen in every sense, bold, seductive, untouchable. But one fateful night with a married senator and a speeding car changed everything. The crash left a long scar down her cheek. But the deeper wound was betrayal. The senator denied knowing her, and the media crucified her. Her sponsors dropped her. Friends vanished. She disappeared too, until she found a quiet church and began rebuilding her shattered soul. Yinka was a struggling photographer with a heart full of dreams and an empty wallet. He believed in capturing truth, not trends. But clients didn't pay for soul, they wanted filters and fantasy. One rainy Friday, drenched and frustrated, he stood near a bus station hoping for divine inspiration. That's when he saw her, a woman in a long flowing veil, walking slowly through the misty rain, umbrella forgotten, her posture regal and haunting. He raised his camera and clicked, once, twice. He didn't know why he uploaded the photo. Maybe it was a desperate attempt to hold on to something real, or maybe it was fate, nudging him toward a truth he hadn't yet understood. With trembling fingers, Yinka posted it under the caption, "Even in rain, some souls walk like poetry." By morning, the image had spread like wildfire. People across continents were captivated by the silhouette of a veiled woman, cloaked in rain and mystery, the Rain Veil Muse. Everyone wanted to know who she was. But when Lami saw the photo on a stranger's account, her breath caught in her throat. She knew that veil, that night, that moment. Panic thundered through her. The past she'd buried had resurfaced with a single click. Panic gripped her like a vice. What if the press came again? What if her name trended for all the wrong reasons? What if this one image unraveled the quiet anonymity she had rebuilt brick by fragile brick? She clutched her phone to her chest, ready to pack her bags, flee again. But something in the photo made her pause. The way the light kissed her veil. The way his words wrapped around her. Not like chains, but like silk. It didn't feel like an invasion. It felt reverent. For the first time in years, someone had captured her not for gossip or shame, but with a gaze that understood. And in that strange tenderness, a new kind of fear bloomed. The fear of being truly seen. That Sunday, Yinka visited the church. He didn't know her name, but he knew that aura, that silhouette. When he spotted her seated quietly in the third row, his heart raced. After the service, he waited by the gate. "You were my miracle shot," he said when she stepped out. She froze. "You shouldn't have taken it," she whispered, voice cold but trembling. "I know," he replied. "But I didn't mean to steal, I just saw you." She didn't walk away. What began as awkward run-ins soon turned into quiet rendezvous. A weathered park bench beneath flowering trees. A hidden cafe corner filled with old books and jazz music. Always in public. Always behind her veil. Yinka never once asked to see her face. Instead, he offered his ears, his silence, his presence. She told him in whispers about art she once loved, betrayal she barely survived, and the sound of silence after a public fall. He spoke of his shattered dreams, of his late-night hustles to pay off his father's debt, of the fear that he would never be enough. One dusky evening, as orange light painted the pavement, he reached for her hand. She hesitated, but didn't pull away. Their fingers entwined. Her heart did not recoil. One warm night, under stars and street lamps, she asked, "If I told you everything, would you still want me?" He leaned closer, brushing his thumb against her knuckles. "I already do," he whispered, and in that moment, something wild awakened in her. Not lust, but the hunger to be fully alive. The seasons change, but their rhythm only deepened. They spent hours together, some filled with words, others with long, beautiful silences. One night, rain fell again, warm and wild like a blessing. On the rooftop of his apartment, barefoot and laughing, she danced in her soaked veil, spinning like a woman reborn. He stood mesmerized. Then, unable to resist, he rushed to her, grabbed her waist and pulled her in. Their bodies pressed together, soaked, shivering from the thrill. When he kissed her, the world slipped away. Her hands tangled in his shirt. His lips traced a reverent path down her jawline. Clothes clung, breaths quickened. It was soft and chaotic, all at once, a storm of want, tempered by love. Even in the softness of dawn, doubt still whispered. One morning, her body curled beside his under the frayed studio blanket, she said, "You don't know what I've done. You don't know who I was." Her voice trembled. He turned to her, gently cupping her cheek through the veil. "I don't care who you were," he said, voice thick with emotion. "I care who you're becoming with me." She searched his eyes for judgment and found only devotion. And in that quiet space, her last layer of armor began to dissolve. For once, she didn't feel like a ghost hiding behind fabric. She felt human, loved, desired, safe. Days later, he gave her a camera. "You gave me a story," he said. "Now tell yours." Her fingers brushed over the metal, trembling. She began snapping pictures, veiled women, broken things made beautiful, shadows and scars and golden light. She even created a page, a healing with light. She wasn't ready to show her face, but she was finally visible. Slowly, the world began to know her not as a scandal, but as an artist. On her birthday, as the morning sun painted the sky in rose gold, she invited him to the seaside. There, with the waves whispering secrets and gulls circling above, she turned to him. Lowly, she reached up and removed her veil. The scar beneath was visible, raw, uneven, a memory etched into flesh. But her eyes were steady, proud, open. He didn't flinch. He didn't look away. Instead, he cupped her face and whispered, "You're the most beautiful photo I never took." And when he kissed her, veil-less and whole, the ocean sang behind them. She had loved before, but never like this, because this time she was finally free.